What is going on, Sky Squad? We are back in the building and we got a whole lot to talk about today. So, we're going to go ahead and dive right on in because it's just a lot going on right now. It's just a whole lot going on right now. Shout out to everybody who is in the chatterization. Sky Squad, we are back in the building, y'all. We are back in the building. All right, so just a couple of quick announcements. As you guys can see scrolling across the bottom of the screen, got a pre-sale going on for Veterans Day for Shop Emirin. Head on over and get your goodies 10% off, baby. Use the code pre-sale for 10% off everything in the store. You know, my favorite thing is the sea moss because that's why I started this whole thing, because I like a sea moss capsule. You know, not everybody likes to taste the sea moss, so go ahead and get your capsules on. You know what I'm saying? Listen, pretty fast deliveries from our fulfillment center. I'm actually going down to our fulfillment center next week so I can get some video footage and show y'all the whole process that goes on behind it, because I want people to see the hard work and labor that we done put into this thing over here. Okay, so go ahead and head on over to emirin.com. The link is in the description down below. Now, with that being said, we're going to talk about a couple of things today, y'all. We're going to be talking about Candiace dragging the Wendy Williams Show new host for this week. Okay, she has some things to say. Okay. We're also going to be talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. We got some tea on that good old charade. If you guys was paying attention to my Instagram yesterday, I did post about this. So we're going to elaborate further into that. We got some extra intel. We're also going to be talking about Dr. Wendy Osefo. She was on the Wendy Williams Show yesterday as well. They're doing a lot of housewives this week. We got Dorinda on the show this week. I think today, actually. We're also going to be talking about Selling Sunset. I got some tea on Selling Sunset for those of you guys who are interested in that. And I know we don't talk a lot about Selling Sunset on this channel, but we are going to talk about some news that is surrounding it today for those who are interested. We're also going to be talking about some things that happened in the after show on up for the Real Housewives of Potomac. You know, some things that Wendy had to say about Robyn and Gizelle's blind loyalty to each other. Okay, so we're going to be talking about all of those things. Now, thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Just wanted to highlight a couple of people. I see New Orleans in the building, Gainesville. Who else is in here? Benefits of sea moss. It's great for skin and joints. It's also good for it. Definitely what I take it for is the immunity benefits that it does have. You know what I'm saying? You want to boost for your immune system. Definitely is good for those types of things. And for me, the other benefit is I take it for digestion as well, because I have a lot of digestive issues. And this definitely keeps me from feeling any type of, irregularities or just, that little bloated type feeling that you might get, specifically because I take protein powders. So this is definitely helpful for that as well. So just a little bit of tea on that. Memphis, Tennessee is in the building, baby. I see y'all. 7th Ward, NOLA, Houston, Philly. I see y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and stage dive into the first thing that we got to talk about. Selling Sunset. We are going to be getting a few Selling Sunset spinoffs, okay? So TV Deets, our friends over at TV Deets, please follow them because you will get a lot of, reality TV news on Instagram from TV Deets. If you like a lot of different types of reality shows, this is really, really good. If you like getting numbers and data and statistics, well, not really statistics, but more like ratings, definitely follow TV Deets because that's where I get a lot of my intel on ratings and stuff like that. Now, they say that Selling Sunset is expanding, according to Variety. All right. So Jason, one of the owners of the Oppenheim Group, which was basically the agency that everybody worked at on Selling Sunset on Netflix. Now, for those of you guys who are interested, you guys can watch the first 3 seasons of Selling Sunset right now on Netflix. Before the season 4 premiere, I think it's going to be November 24th. But here's the tea. Now, Selling Sunset Orange County is going to be premiering in 2022. They already got a couple of cast members that have signed on. Remember, y'all, Heather Ray, the one of the blondes that was actually dating somebody from Orange County. She's not going to be on that show. And in addition to Selling Sunset Orange County, we're also going to be getting Selling Sunset Tampa. So that is Selling Sunset Tampa, Florida will be coming into the mix in 2022 as well. Listen. Let me tell y'all something. And I don't come to y'all with a whole lot of shows. I really try to stick to reality TV for the most part, unless something really just drives me very passionately in pop culture. But I will tell you guys that Selling Sunset is an amazing show. Okay. It's such a good, well-produced show. Everything from if you love fashion, if you love like any type of HGTV, if you love real estate, if you love just like, it's inspirational, and it does have its drama with it as well. You know what I'm saying? Really, it is that show. Thank you, Paul. I tried. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you're not onto this show, please hop onto it. We must discuss it at some point when the new season starts, because you guys I think you will enjoy it. And you know what the thing about it is? It ain't all drama. That's the wild thing. It's drama, but the way they mix the drama in with fabulosity, because y'all know that's why we watch these shows. We watching for the fabulosity of it all. Nikki Lee, so when you watch Selling Sunset, you can watch it on Netflix right now. First 3 seasons, you can binge watch them all. They're very short episodes. The episodes don't be long at all. And you will be able to catch up. The new season is set to start, I think, November 24th on Netflix as well. And you will be able to watch the entire season, as far as I know, when season 4 premieres. And as far as I know, I feel like they recorded and filmed seasons 4 and 5 back to back. But don't quote me on that. I'm sorry, baby. I gotta get you on, Nicole. I gotta get you on to it, because I got a feeling you're gonna enjoy it. You see the comments. You know what I'm saying? Marquita, don't worry. Head on over to the Netflix, and we'll get you all caught up. Okay. It's definitely, to me, better than $1 Million Listing. I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, Jari, welcome. Okay. So I had to put y'all up on game on that in case you did not know. Okay. Now, I want to move on, because we've talked about Selling Sunset, and we're going to move into our next topic. So our next topic is really going to be about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. As you guys know, filming is in progress for the new season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm excited because it looks like we will be getting a beginning of the season trip to New York City with the ladies heading up to see Candiace play. I am excited about that because it's giving me Beverly Hills vibes. Not this past season, but the previous season kicked off with a trip to New York for Fashion Week to chronicle Kyle Richards' Kyle by Shahida fashion line debuting in New York Fashion Week. And that season was great. So to me, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Give me Cash Trip right at the jump of the season so we can really kick things off in peak Atlanta fashion. I mean, I need this to be the best season of Atlanta ever. So we know the ladies headed up to New York for that. But as I told you guys, I posted this on Instagram yesterday, and I saw it on my boy Steve's page. Now, Steve runs Faces by Bravo. I don't know if you guys happen to catch this, but I posted it yesterday in my IG stories. And I just thought this was so funny because he's we have Sheree Whitfield filming in Philadelphia, dripped in fur. It's probably faux fur for those who are concerned. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, she looks fabulous. Let me tell you something. I'm here for Sheree giving Cookie Lions teas. Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Give me Empire drip drop. Okay. Give me Empire drip. Is it She by Sheree? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. It might be. It might be. But I'm here for it. She got her mark. I mean, it's giving me Cookie Lions meet Carrie Bradshaw tease right here. I mean, to be very honest with you. And side note, the new Sex in the City and Just Like That on HBO Max is premiering in December for those who don't know. I'm excited about that too. Shout out to any Sex in the City fans who are watching right now. Oh yes, Smiling Carol, Cookie Lions, baby. I'm here for it. I am here for the Empire drip, baby. It's giving what she's supposed to be given. And that's what I was saying. We need Fabuloso tea this season. And I'm here for every little bit of this. Anyway, let me give y'all the tea. So apparently, according to the streets, okay, she's in Philadelphia filming, right? Now, here's the thing. Now, if you head on over to the Peach Report Daily, y'all make sure y'all follow them. A great source for Real Housewives of Potomac, Atlanta, Married to Medicine, all the shows that we like. A great source of tea. My people over there, they always got the juice. Here's what they told us online yesterday. Now, they say, for those who don't know, and I'm quoting from their Twitter, okay, for those who don't know, Sheree's boyfriend, Tyrone, is still in Philadelphia at a halfway house he was transferred to after his release earlier this year. It'll be interesting to see things play out during season 14. So, who might Sheree be outside getting drinks with down to the Philadelphia? Okay. Because from what we hear, Tyrone is supposed to be featured on the show. Okay. Because they supposed to be giving us, relationships and things this season. Okay. Relationships, situationships, and partnerships, and halfway house ships, or whatever the case may be. Whatever, if he's free and he's ready to rock and roll and film, I am here for it. Give it all to me. I want every last little bit of drip drop with it. And actually, I wouldn't mind the whole wedding situation going on with Sheree. I wouldn't mind that at all. Okay. Sierra, yes, we're trying to make you watch this show. You better call Tyrone. Call him. Okay. So here she is filming. No word on if she's calling him or not right here in the scene, but it's clear that she's having a martini or something of the sort, and she is doing some type of filming. So listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Give it all to me. Bring it all to me. You know what I'm saying? I want it all. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see more of Sheree this season. I had previously stated, I know sometime last year I stated, don't give me no Sheree if she ain't gonna give me nothing different. But now here I am with a changed mind because I'm allowed to, okay, as are you. I'm allowed to change my mind because now I see the potential that this storyline has. If we get to see Sheree with her new bae, Tyrone, who was referenced all the way back when she was arguing with Nene Leakes down to that restaurant where Nene Leakes told her she was getting Trump checks. And there was Sheree talking about, let me get Tyrone on the phone. Y'all remember that? Hey, man, I'm here for it. Shout out to Faces by Bravo and shout out to the Peach Report Daily. I will place both links to these stories down in the description down below. I told y'all we had some things to talk about today. I told y'all. But we not done yet, okay? We are not done yet. Okay, so we're going to be moving into our next story. Okay, Wendy Williams Show. Now, lots going on with Wendy Williams Show right now. As I'm sure you guys may have seen this clip from her Instagram here. We have a personal message from Wendy Williams, who states, as everyone knows, my health has been a hot topic. I'm making progress, but it's just one of those things that's taking longer than we expected. I'm a woman of a certain age, and I know enough to listen to my doctors and will return to my purple chair as soon as we all agree I'm ready. I want to thank all of my staff and our guest hosts for stepping up and stepping in while I can't be there. I also want to thank Debmar Mercury and our stations for being so understanding and supportive while I work my way back. Most of all, I want to thank my fans. I have heard your prayers and comments and feel all the love. You are everything to me. I love spending my mornings with you all, and I'm doing everything I can to get back to work. But right now, Wendy has to focus on Wendy. I love you for watching. You know, I wish that we had gotten this message, about a month ago. You know what I'm saying? But anytime we get to hear from Wendy herself, I'm super excited about it. And it's nice to hear from her because it tells us that she's in on everything that's going on. Obviously, as I always state, we want Wendy to be her best self, and we want her to get back to the Wendy that we all know and love and in optimal health. So, for those of us who are diehard fans, we're going to sit around and we're going to wait until she come back. We may or may not watch these new episodes, and we may watch them and we may not. It just depends on what happens in the news and what we hear from our friends, and if we happen to catch it online or something like that. Just keeping it all the way real, right? Just keeping it all the way real. But in the meantime, Wendy is having different hosts on the show. Last week, we had Sherry Shepherd, who did a phenomenal job. But this week, we have the oh-so-shady Michael Rappaport. Now, I'm going to talk about this whole situation out of order because I actually tuned in to this broadcast because I wanted to see Dr. Wendy Osefo, and she was on the show yesterday, and she was talking about her new book, which she debuted the cover for. It's called Tears of My Mother, The Legacy of My Nigerian Upbringing. So it's her pictured with her mom, looking fabulous as well. And I think that, this is going to be an exciting book for her. Now, I was trying to figure out if Wendy was going to give me any new intel or anything like that about, storylines, the reunion or whatever like that. And, side note, speaking of the reunion, some extra tea, according to TV. This is why I tell you, you got to follow that channel. The ratings for Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion part 1 were 1.156 million viewers, which was the highest rated episode for season 6. Okay. So the ladies are definitely winning right now. All right. But to get back to what I was saying, Wendy didn't really give me too much new information on storylines. We'll wait until we get to what she said in the after show in just a bit. But the real news is what happened during the what happened during the, I guess you call it the monologue, where they, the co-host the host kind of goes through the news of the day or whatever. And apparently, Candiace had some things to say about that good Michael Rappaport. Now, I don't know if you can see it right here. Let me see if I can blow it up. I don't know if I can blow it up because I might lose y'all on the screen. But in case you can, What was said by Michael Rappaport was when Candiace allegedly found out about him hosting the Wendy Williams show, she tweeted out this melty-faced dingleberry, Michael Rappaport, make sure you practice in the mirror. I'm assuming before he got on, saying practice in the mirror before you get onto the stage. Now, what I want to highlight here is the melty-faced dingleberry, okay? Do y'all know what a dingleberry is? I just want to ask y'all if you know in the comment section down below. Chime in if you know what a dingleberry is, or at least what I have heard a dingleberry is. Okay. I don't know if it's a real fruit, but the way it's used is I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain it to you, the most PC way to explain it to you. But it is technically like dried up boo-boo that's left on the derriere, okay? So she called the man a melty-faced dingleberry, which is, again, dried up boo-boo that's left on the derriere. Oh, Lord have mercy. Now, on the show, Michael Rappaport called her a bully, okay? And he said that he was going to take the high road with Candiace in his clapback. And he said, congratulations on your low-budget album. And shout out to the one person out there who downloaded it. Oh, God. Shamar Iverson says, you would think after being told by Andy her mouth is toxic 2 years in a row, she would dial it back. Candiace, however, seems to be the hard head makes a soft behind type. She gonna learn one day. Oh, Shamar. Will she? Will she? Listen. The thing about Michael Rappaport is that he does a lot of things, right? In the intro for this monologue, he does, or the hot topic session, I guess I should say, he does kind of go into his background about things that he does, but he is also known as a comedian. And so as a comedian, comedians can definitely get with you. You know what I'm saying? And he seems like he's ready to play ball, okay? And the stuff that he was saying, I was kind of shocked by. And I think that he could probably have his own syndicated show of some sort. Wendy gonna take that role when she get back, but Michael definitely, he was not afraid to go there. But what did y'all think about the dingleberry comment? She said melty face dingleberry. You know what? The funny thing about it is I ain't heard the term dingleberry in a minute. Okay. Ashley Moore says another definition for that is a foolish or inept person is a dingleberry. But I will tell you, in the streets, what a dingleberry is. Okay. The urban term for dingleberry is what the boo-boo. Okay. So she could have been referring to him as an inept person. Okay. Or she could have been referring to him as a piece of boo-boo. I don't really know. What I do know is when I hear the term dingleberry, that's what I think about. I don't know about you. Okay. I do remember that one time Kenya Moore had she had read Michael Rappaport for filth while he was sitting right beside her. Oh yeah, you remember too, Sonya? You remember? Oh gosh, listen. What are we gonna do with that good old Candiace? What are we gonna do? I don't know. Moving on. Okay. Moving right on along. And then he called her album low budget. No, he didn't. Okay, so I did listen to the album. I'm not a big R&B person. No, let me not say that. I'm not a big slow R&B person. And the jams on there were kind of slow. Like I like up tempo, fast paced R&B. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to be hyped all day long. You know what I'm saying? I want to be hyped. I want to get my energy up. You know, I can't come on here having listened to The Quiet Storm and talk to y'all about what we got to talk about. I need to listen to, you know, something. You know, I got to. I mean, what was I listening to before? I was listening to Aaliyah, More Than a Woman. I got to listen to something like I got to listen to some reggae, some dance hall, Money to Burn. Okay, that's what I like to listen to. So it won't no tracks on there like that for me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I do have a little slow jams playlist for the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? When it's nighttime and it's time to go to bed, I put on my little nighttime playlist. And I got a little thing, you know, a couple of little things on there that's, you know, that'll wind me down. You know what I mean? That'll wind me down. Yeah. Something jumping. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, yes, little dance hall. Ain't never heard nobody. Never heard nobody. Keisha loved the album. And it's got some, it's got some R&B jams on there that I do feel like people will love. Okay. Yes, dance. Come on now. Oh, listen, baby. That all I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. This is a little sidebar. The majority of what I listen to is either dance hall, Caribbean music, and Afro beats. That's really the basis for most of the soundtracks for my day-to-day life. Dancehall, Caribbean, Afro-Caribbean, Afro beats. Love it. That's my stuff. Okay. That's my stuff. Logan says, Candiace or Summer Walker, who y'all choosing? Chime down in the chatterization down below. Okay. Chime on in. Oh, Omar, I got a good old house mix that I put on from YouTube sometimes when I'm cleaning downstairs, okay? See, I would play a track, but they're not gonna get me on this YouTube. They're not gonna get me for the copyrights. They ain't gonna get me for it. I have to do, you know, I'm gonna need to do a Patreon or something like that. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay. Last story of the day, y'all. Last story of the day. Okay. So, Wendy Osefo is talking about Robyn Dixon's blind loyalty to Gizelle. And we have often all commented on this. And it's not really anything new. But if you head on over to bravotv.com and you watch the after show or you find it on YouTube, here's basically what Wendy had to say. And then we're going to get into what Gizelle had to say back and what Robyn also had to say as well. So Wendy says, Robyn has blind loyalty. She has blind loyalty to Gizelle, and it embarrasses me for her when I watch it because we're all grown women. We're all adults. We're all career women. We all have children. And just to see a grown woman so willfully blinded, attached to someone else is beyond me. She says, I need Robyn to say what's wrong or what's right, basically referring to the rumors that Gizelle was talking about with regards to Wendy's husband, Eddie Osefo. Okay. So they flipped the camera to Gizelle, and Gizelle says that it's not blind loyalty. It's called loyalty, okay? It's called friendship. It's called that's what girlfriends do. And it's not one-sided, it's both sides. She says Robyn can be dead wrong. I don't care. I got her back. Period. It's not a big deal. It's called friendship. It's called loyalty. That's that on that. And if these ladies don't understand it, oh well, too sad, too bad. Okay. But then Wendy kind of comes back in, and because they film these things separately, right? Candiace and Wendy filmed together, and Gizelle filmed on her own while Robyn filmed with Ashley. Wendy says, but true friendship is about being honest, and what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. If I can be honest to my sister, who I've known my whole life, she can be honest to old snake ASS Gizelle. But Robyn, for her part, she says, well, if you have a best friend, and yes, we're in a friend group, but Gizelle and I are best friends. We've been friends for years. Why wouldn't I stand up for my best friend? That's the weirdest thing to me, that anyone would have an issue. I'm gonna do that for whoever needs to be stood up for. Now, I don't know if that's true, Robyn. Okay. Karen thinks that, Robyn does do that for Gizelle as well. Here's the thing about that. And then Mia also chimed in and she says, well, I have a ride or die best friend that would do that for me as well. Ashley is just happy that she's on the side of the Green Eye Bandits at this point in time. So she feels like Robyn's loyalty is also extended to her. I'm going to tell you the real truth of what I see. I kind of see from my perspective, and I could be wrong. Oh, hold on. Monisha says, Candiace one day is going to catch the right person on the wrong day, and I will be here for it. She don't see nothing wrong with what she says. Shaking my head. Thank you, boo. Miss Monisha in the building. Okay. Do I think that Robyn has blind loyalty to Gizelle? Yes, I do. Do I think that Robyn corrects Gizelle when she's wrong? No, I don't. Do I think that she's just being a ride or die friend? Yes, I do. However, when you are a ride or die friend, and she also admits that Gizelle tends to find herself in hot water more often than not, so she feels like she needs to have her back. But the problem with doing so is Robyn doesn't seem to understand why Wendy has an issue with her. Robyn is also going to now get secondhand beef with people because she continues to step in for Gizelle. And if you continue to step in for someone who is always causing trouble, you too will be lumped in with that person when somebody responds to Gizelle. So Robyn cannot be upset and should understand why Wendy has an issue with her, because you are standing in for a person on an issue that had absolutely nothing to do with you. So now when Wendy turns her attentions to you, Robyn, you can't ask no questions because you had blind loyalty to your friend, as you have every right to do. Okay? Because I get it. I'm a ride or die for my friends too. But sometimes you got to walk a fine line of being like, now listen, you're all the way wrong on this one, and I can't help you on this one. You're gonna have to fend for yourself right now. But so Robyn has to be prepared at all times to take whatever somebody else decides to shoot at her as a result of her having Gizelle's back. On the flip side, Wendy too seems to have Candiace's back in somewhat of the same way. It may not be as bad because you don't always see Wendy stepping into to fight Candiace's battles, because Candiace is fully capable of fighting her own. And you may not always see Candiace stepping in to fight Wendy's, but I definitely sort of see a situation where the two of them really kind of have each other's backs. And I get it, because it should be that way. To a certain degree, Candiace brought Wendy onto the show. You know what I mean? So I think that it's all about how you manage that blind loyalty. And I think that Wendy and Candiace manage theirs a little bit differently than Robyn tends to manage her blind loyalty to Gizelle. But that's just the way that I see it. I could be wrong. And I'm open to being wrong. I ain't the the end all be all. That's just kind of how I see it from my limited vantage point right now. And again, I could be wrong. But oh, we got a super chat from Bruce. Bruce says, I get being loyal to a friend. You still have to be honest with said friend. And when you know they doing wrong, correct them. Robyn checked her during the podcast event about the bathroom, as I'm glad she did. It was neat. So yes, you are correct. There have been instances where she has said, you're not going to do that. And so I stand corrected on that. You are right about that, Bruce. And I thank you for that. And thank you for that super chat, Bruce. Latoya says, Wendy doesn't argue people down when she knows Candiace is wrong. I oftentimes feel like Wendy has Candiace's back more than Candiace has Wendy's. At least that's how it appeared at the beginning of the season, when all the ladies were kind of attacking Wendy because they were claiming that she was so different, and they were talking about all of her surgeries and speculating about why she was having, not all of her surgeries, but speculating on why she got her, things enhanced. Omar says Robyn also checked her about her open house she had a few seasons ago. Okay. Only once this season and once last season during the trip. So, I mean, for me, it seems to be, though, like more often than not, Gizelle knew she was wrong, and she's already readily admitted that she was wrong. That if she's going to bring up this rumor she's going to bring this rumor to the table, to the show about Eddie, then she should have gone to Wendy herself versus running to everybody else. And it's interesting to me that I'm talking about the severity of the issue here. That's something that I feel like Robyn should have been like, okay, you wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's kind of like when it really counts is Robyn saying that. I think that's kind of where the ladies on the show are going with it from my standpoint. I don't know. That's all we got for y'all today. Listen, I told y'all we had some things to talk about today. Entertaining nonetheless. Candiace and Michael Rappaport keeping it going. Okay, keeping the shade going. I'm gonna be watching him on Wendy this week, mostly because I also want to see the interview with Dorinda from today, and I want to see how he does this week, all week, or however long he's going to be on. Y'all, of course, keep it locked onto the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes. It does. We determined that there were two different definitions for dingleberry. Okay. Somebody said I missed a super chat. I tried not to. Oh, Danny. Danny says, but Robyn has checked Gizelle on the bathroom issue. People just want to see Robyn embarrass Gizelle, I feel. Well, first of all, thank you, Danny. I appreciate the super chat. I don't think that people want to see Robyn embarrass Gizelle. I think that people want to just see Robyn, kind of take a stand when she feels like something is wrong. Wendy's perspective, if you watch the entire clip, is really that she also, now while Robyn and Gizelle have been friends longer, Wendy also considered Robyn a friend. And Robyn herself has also said that she considered Wendy a friend. So Wendy feels as though if you were also my friend, why didn't you tell her at some point that what she was doing was wrong? And the reason I think that Wendy felt like that is because the moment that the information hit the net, or at least that somebody saw it, it was Robyn that was texting Wendy about the situation. Hey, girl, there's a story out there. Eddie's a lawyer. What can we do to get this thing shut down? So why is it that now that your friend is bringing this story to the surface, talking about it multiple times, you were just texting me that you wanted me to try to get Eddie to shut it all down. But now that your friend is bringing it up to numerous people, you don't see the problem with it. I think that's where we get this blind loyalty, because in one breath, you're saying that you want to get the thing shut down. You want to get the news about it shut down. And then in the next breath, there's nothing wrong with what Gizelle did. That's, I think, Wendy's issue. I hope that I better explained it with that. So, I mean, I hope I hope that made more sense. And I think it's more about, you don't have to embarrass your friend, but you can hold them accountable for when they did something wrong. And I think that's the difference between everything in when we call out somebody, everything doesn't have to be called out to cancel or call out to disparage. Sometimes it's calling something out, holding the person accountable, and then allowing them to be accountable and then moving on. That's it. At the beginning of the reunion, Andy asked Wendy what she was hoping for Gizelle at this reunion. Wendy stated to Andy, I just want her to just admit that she was being messy. And I think that's the thing. And then everybody could move on. I think that's that. Holding somebody accountable, you don't have to embarrass. That doesn't always embarrass them. It's just saying, hey, girl, I didn't think that was right. Thank you so much, Teresa. I appreciate you. Yeah, and I honestly believe that Wendy really thought that Robyn was her friend. So it's not, and you don't have to when you call somebody out, that doesn't mean that you're not friends with them. That just means that, hey, I didn't think that was the right move. You know what I'm saying? So I think I hope I explained what I was saying better that time. With that being said, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell button, join the texting community so I can text you as soon as a new video drops. Y'all know that I love y'all. I love y'all commentary. I love everything that you guys bring to the channel, because these conversations are not just me, it's me and you, and it's all of us together doing this doggone thing. And we just having some fun while we're doing it. With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video.